Morning everyone. Friday the 29th of January 2021. We're in the city centre facing the bus stop. We're going to turn around to Piccadilly Gardens to capture the dynamic, exciting and busy Friday morning rush hour. Except there is no rush hour because everything is closed and your average Joe is encouraged to work from his cubicle at home. Turn your retreat, turn your home, turn your sanctuary into a perverted little office. Why do I call it a perverted little office? Well, figure out yourselves. There was a dream in the 20th century that growth, the boom, the American dream, the Western dream, let's call it, would last forever. We had central banks, we had worldwide funds, we had the stock market, we had massive booms after World War II. We had the return of optimism in the late 60s. People started to believe in love and the future. Why did the baby boomers boom? Well, they were having a lot of sex and a lot of children. And what do people who believe in the future do? Well, they tend to be quite horny. They tend to have a lot of kids. Now, just look around, just look at my recent videos in Manchester over the last year. Something's gone wrong with the dream and it's turned into a nightmare. And I can see where the economists went wrong. You know, I think even Bill Gates, who is not an economist, he is obviously a businessman, a software man. Bill Gates said that the best growth is immigration. Now, on the surface of things, of course, every immigrant needs to work, needs to pay tax, needs to get a job, needs to support himself, needs to start a family. Boom! Extra worker units, extra worker drones for the big hive. But what they didn't think about is that, of course, people brought up in different cultures, different software, brain systems will have different ideas about what's right, what's wrong, what's important or what's not important. And that's it. I film as there's always the chance that they accelerate wildly with their 600 horsepower engine and then crash. Think it's an M1 or an M2. I can't tell the difference. License plate says M8. Mate. Let's see what happens when it goes red. Sorry, green. What a pussy. I wanted them to lose control as it's rear-wheel drive and slam into the wall, but hey, not today. Fellow balding man, a swan song for our, what's the word? Our thinning scalps. A swan song for no longer looking young and virile. Now we're just old balding men with the mange, like a dog losing its fur. So there's a group in Tameside, which is here in Manchester, and it's in the Manchester Evening News this morning. And the headline says, police warn public against the crime watchers group in Manchester. So I thought, oh, that's interesting. So what it is a guy with an Alsatian, a German Shepherd dog. And he doesn't try and say he's a policeman, he doesn't. He's a vigilante. And he's getting in trouble with the Greater Manchester Police because he's patrolling some rough areas and he's doing illegal stop and searches on teenagers and questioning them and demanding their details. I mean, sounds like a LARP, you know, a big LARP, live action role playing, for those of you who don't know what LARP means. But in a way, part of me says fair play to him. If the police actually, you know, dealt with low-level crime, people wouldn't feel the need to become vigilantes. I think these PCSOs have mistaken the window cleaner for a homeless guy. He's a window cleaner, he's got his bottles and sprays, he's doing work. Yeah, he's figured it out. Sorry, just checking to see if you're a baddie. Sorry, mate. Oh, hold on. They're just enjoying the ASMR of the man peeling that sticker off the glass. Oh, feel, oh yeah. Oh, the tingles. Oh, the tingles. Oh, feel, oh, go on, one more pull, a little spray, Oh yeah, go on. Make that noise, go on, make it. Oh, what? Just checking you're not a criminal. You're a crackhead. No, I'm working. Okay then, young man. Just checking. Checking it's an essential activity. Bye-bye retail. It was a great 20th century. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being born in 1980. I've seen some shit, dude. But all over every city centre. This is Manchester. On where are we? New Cathedral Street. This is the former Australian brand UGG. Remember UGG boots? Hello. We're in we're opposite the town hall. I'm filming the top of the GCHQ building north. What you're looking at is the Government Communications Headquarters Northern Office. And it's so secretive, so important, that they've placed it right in the centre of town opposite the town hall. The government are evil. They don't want people to park their cars. There's no parking around here. It's all double yellow lines. They don't want anyone to park their cars. They want their staff to be angry and depressed and exposed. Let's try and get a shot of the entrance of it. That's the word I was looking for. Albert Square. Because my brain gets mixed up with EastEnders. Isn't that where they hang out in EastEnders? The register office. I guess that's like patents and stuff. But in there, you've got the Hey, how's it going? I'm just filming. Don't worry about me. Oh, that's private, man. It's my business. It's okay, I'm happy to talk to you, I mean, but it's my business. Hey, mate.
All right then.
No problem. I'm getting quite a lot of interesting semi-reflections together with what's behind the glass. You've got me in the window. You've got security. Oh, there's new ones coming. There's new ones coming. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's get a roaming shot. You can see me dressed. Super dressed. Super dressed. Super dressed. Is that a security guard? Let's see. This all ties in very nicely to what I was saying about, you know, obviously GCHQ. If they wanted privacy, they wouldn't put it opposite a massive tourist attraction, as in the Albert Square, mate. EastEnder. Darling viewers, I need some help. I've seen this, you know, the double triangle. The Jewish call it the Star of David, but I've seen this a lot in Christian buildings, as in churches, and I would guess this sculpture here from the 1800s is Christian as well. Can someone who is more knowledgeable than yours truly please explain to me why we have the Star of David in Western European Christian sculptures and churches? Please. The other one at the front was following me. Oh, there you go, it's following. Oh, it's caught me now. God damn it. Just to the controllers so they can lip read. If you wanted to keep GCHQ private, why did you put it in the very, very city centre opposite the town hall? They can't hear me, but they're looking. Everyone's Jason Bourne, but in Manchester it's red brick Jason Bourne, Northern Jason Bourne. Solitary policewoman going down the Lloyd Street. Round the back of the library, you've got to the left your council buildings and a lot of police just hanging around doing fuck all. Bit of contrast, bit of workers with the I guess that's an all-electric Porsche. It looks awful. It looks like at the front a 1980s Pontiac Firebird, and at the back it looks like a discount Aston Martin. You've got this strange coloured car. Looks a bit better from up above. From a side profile, looks like a discount Pontiac Firebird from the 80s. Well, it actually also looks a bit like a 1950s fridge from the back. So there you go. You guys all ready for the Muslim Arts and Culture Festival beginning tomorrow? As the hashtag says, guys, it's gonna spread. Oh, honey, honey, and not hate. Some more liminal 20th century offices all died down now. This is Slater & Gordon's Solicitors. Criminal lawyers based just off Piccadilly Gardens. And, yep, who needs a physical presence? It's the new normal. It's all digital. I do get a pang of anger when I see city centre hipsters, you know, in their 20s, late 20s, 30s, 40s, with these kind of like, and they've got pugs and French bulldogs instead of children. Any other civilization looking in, they'll say, yeah, the demoralization is complete. Your women have dog babies, not human babies. Well, 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 if it isn't the mobile speed camera here to collect some revenue, raise some cha-ching from the drivers on the A580. Now in the distance you can see city centre Manchester, some new skyscrapers. Now 5 years ago I was caught at this exact location by this van. We are in a 40 zone, as you can see by the little 40 to the top left of the van. But this is a former motorway. Motorways have a speed limit of 70 miles an hour. And the way it's so sneaky, you come over the ridge, over the hill, and you're like, yay, I'm on a 3-lane highway. This is a nice British motorway. And get this, I was caught doing 59 in a 40 zone. And I was doing under 60, which feels perfectly safe on a massive road. But the way they get you, they lower it to a 40 mile an hour speed limit. They slap Mr. Van Man. And next thing you know, boom, £100 fine. It's like the Washington sniper. What was his name? Malvo. Do you remember those two crazy guys in the back of the car with a sniper rifle, and they'd have a little hole in the hood? Sorry, a little hole in the boot. Hole in the trunk. I don't want to upset whoever's in there because they do get quite upset. But there's like a lens, a big camera, and the man sat next to it, sticking out of that flap. Let's see what he's got. And all these unsuspecting drivers coming over the hill. Now for all my Salford viewers, tell me, have you paid the East Lancs tax? Have you been caught speeding on the former motorway? Because I have. Even during the lockdown, they don't leave the drivers alone. I saw a man who shall remain nameless. I saw him stand just before the ridge. And he warned people that were going over 40. I saw him warn about 10 to 20 cars that understood, gave the thumbs up, slowed down over the ridge, and were not fined £100 and 3 points on the license by the revenue collection device behind me. You gotta have strong morals about these things. The last thing a hard-working man or a hard-working woman needs in lockdown, without a job, on furlough, without full wages, is the police working for the government, sticking cameras on former motorways, and fining a stressed out, absent-minded mother, fining a super stressed out dad who's lost his job, doing 48 miles an hour in a 40 zone when the road was built for 70. I salute that man. He is doing God's work. Salford Royal, or for my Salford friends, Hope Hospital. The truth is the truth. No matter what other people say, the truth will never damage a cause, said Mahatma Gandhi. Let's go and investigate. We're here at the entrance of Salford Hope Hospital, or Salford Royal. It's where my firstborn was born, Leonidas. I've got good memories of this hospital. I was put under general anesthetic. They cut open my neck and removed a calcified submandibular salivary gland. How do I introduce this? Many months ago, I was moved by a little Israeli girl, 6 years old, can't remember her name. She was dying of some advanced disease, some form of cancer. And her parents were raising money, putting adverts on the internet to raise money to save the little girl's life. I gave £10, I can't remember, I put it on my Facebook. I said, guys, I don't usually fall for this, but look at this girl. And a few of my friends donated. Did she live? I don't know. Did she deserve to live? Yeah. Were her parents doing the right thing, raising money? Yeah. Now on Facebook, you know, once the cookies realize that you're a soft-hearted bastard. You get every advert for every child on earth now. And it is harrowing. It's extremely harrowing. I can handle most things. I'm a big, strong man. The suffering of kids? Fuck me, man. Fuck me. You know, the Scientific Advisory Group for Emergencies, SAGE, here in the UK. They have a panel of 20 very senior psychologists to manipulate the public, to control how the public sees the pandemic, to make sure the public's behaving in the right way. It's so dishonest. Can you imagine, as the head of a family, you got to break some news to your kids and to your wife, and you bring in a psychologist and a bunch of strangers to try and manipulate your kids to believe the right thing. It's so wrong. I'm sorry. I come from an old-fashioned school that the truth is the truth. The truth stands on its own for a reason. I hate moral relativism. I think moral relativism, when you're like, well, you know, different people do things differently. I won't judge them by my own standards. I'll judge them by theirs. And when you start judging people by their own lower standards, you've given up your own. You have no standards. The government doesn't tell the truth. They use statistics to lie to you. The latest one I saw, it said, in the UK, 4,000 people on ventilators. Oh my God, it said. Oh my God, this is a disaster. In the UK, there are 1,257 hospitals. That means that there's about 3.2 people per hospital on ventilators. On average, I know there's more. It's a big hospital. On average, in there's 3 people on ventilators. Oh no. Oh my. The average age for people dying from the virus is 84. That's a fantastic innings. I hope I live. I hope I'm old before I die. My children are suffering. My children want to be at school. My children want to play with their friends. They want to have formal lessons. They want to sit down at a desk and chair and have break times and lunch times and all the good stuff that comes with school. They want that. They've not had any school in 2020. They've not had any school in 2021. It was cancelled before term started. All across the UK, children stuck at home with stressed out parents. Parents on low wages, parents losing their jobs, parents going crazy from the house arrest, parents getting cabin fever. Now for what I'm about to say, I want you to get fucking angry. I want you to get riled up. I want you to grit your teeth. Since the start of the lockdowns back in March last year, we've missed 10,000, more than 10,000 childhood cancer diagnoses. There's over 10,000 children at home, depressed, missing school, with cancer growing inside them. But because we're all clapping, we're so busy clapping for these fuckers. We're like, well, they're heroes. Put a halo on their head. Put a halo on his head. Let that bastard doctor come on Channel 4 News on the BBC and tell people that when they're going to house parties, they got blood on their hands. It's starting to get a bit Weimar Germany. It's starting to get a bit Soviet Union. It's starting to get a bit fascist. Starting to get a bit authoritarian. Over the summer, because the government's only concentrating on the Chinese cough and sneeze, they stopped routine treatments. If it's not COVID, we're not interested. Oh, you're losing your leg? Piss off. Oh, your kid's got cancer? Sorry, not interested. Oh, your mum's got diabetes or some issue that we need to maybe do some... next year. And then they dance on TikTok. Yay, nurses. And I am sick of turning on the news. And I watch the news like an anthropologist. Let's see what they're pumping out to the peasants. What do they want the people to believe? Every day, it's stressed out, control freak nurses. And they love it. You know, when they've got the marks on their face from wearing the face mask for 12 hours. They're like, oh, our mental health is suffering. It's like, no, shut up. You have a job, you have a well-paid job, you have a good government pension, and you can quit anytime you want. So shut up. You guys have noticed a change in my attitude in videos. The time for tolerance is over. I've been pushed around, fucked around, bullied, insulted, humiliated. Enough now. And I don't come anymore to bring hugs and new age nonsense. Let her go past. I come to fire you up, because if you're not fucking angry like me, if you've not got tears in your eyes, if you're not for the 10,000 kids walking around with cancer, for the 15 million children not at school,